Today we're visiting two hidden gems of Sydney. Well, perhaps not hidden, but certainly underrated. The first is the historic Parramatta and the second is the Riverside Theatre. Subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss any videos from my channel. We're departing Baulkham Hills heading south for Parramatta. It's about a 20-minute drive down Windsor Road. In the very early days of the white settlement, Windsor Road was built to carry fruit and other produce from the fertile Hills district down to Parramatta. From there it was transported via boat along the Parramatta River to Sydney Cove. Our primary reason for the trip is to watch a play at the Riverside Theatre. It's called The Gospel According to Paul, a one-man show with Jonathan Biggins as Paul Keating, ex-Treasurer and Prime Minister of Australia. For lunch before the play, we'll be trying a classy Thai restaurant called Holy Basil. And here on the right is the Riverside Theatre. This is Church Street, Parramatta, and both sides of this block are lined with really good restaurants. Restaurants continue on both sides of the next block, but we're going to turn left here up to the car park. So we're here at the Holy Basil Thai restaurant, and we're going to have lunch here before we go to the theatre. The restaurant opens onto the Parramatta River. Up in this direction is the wharf for the ferry that goes between Parramatta and the city. And up here is the bridge that goes over Church Street, and just the other side of the bridge is the theatre, the Riverside Theatre. So right now I'm going to have a walk through the restaurant. The decor is really impressive. Look at these beautiful statues as you come through the door. Upstairs, more statues. In fact, all the way around. Gold decoration everywhere. And the furnishings are a deep purple. It looks fantastic with the gold. Up here is the altar, and over here is the bar. So I guess it's fully licensed. And the kitchen. both beautiful. Mine's crispy chicken, and Linda's is seafood in massaman sauce.
No.
No?
Duck.
Duck in massaman sauce.
Duck in curry.
There's some steps down from the bridge, down from Church Street. What we're going to do now is walk over to the other side and go down to the river. So let's head off.
I guess it's hard to get.
Immaculate blue sky.
She feels even bad to ask me for a pay. She's just like,
We're now on the northern side of the river. We've come from the southern side. Over there is where we had lunch in that lovely Thai restaurant. And you can see the Parramatta River disappearing into the distance. Up the other side of that bridge is where the wharf for the ferry is. The ferry runs all the way up the Parramatta River to Sydney Harbour and up to Circular Quay. That's a trip we'll do sometime in the future. And one of the many ways of getting to Parramatta, there's a good train service from the city to Parramatta, plenty of buses from all over Sydney to Parramatta. And if you're coming from the north side the way we did, it's quite easy to get down here and park. The car park is that low white building you can see across there. This one here, that's the car park. There's the Riverside Theatre over the northern side of the Parramatta River. Here's the entrance to the Riverside Theatre off Church Street. The river goes upstream to that weir you can see under the next bridge. That raises the level of the river water up through the park, up through Parramatta Park. Across the other side of the river here there's construction work going on, and there's you can see the yellow barrier going around it, and that's to stop debris from the construction site entering the river. Our show doesn't start for another hour, so there won't be much happening in here yet. So this is the Riverside Theatre inside. Here's the bar. No customers at the moment. Some more theatres up this end. And out the back, there's a very pleasant seating area. It's open up the top here, but covered, so the rain doesn't disturb the people who want to come out here and have a wine before the show. Here we are back outside again. When my father was a young kid, he used to swim in this river. Parramatta has changed a lot over the years. There are now some quite significant high-rise developments. This one has just been completed. Huge building for the Parramatta region, and the one across the road here that you can see with the crane on top, that's probably going to be another high-rise as well. And there is talk. Here comes a cyclist going past. There is talk of the Riverside Theatre here being redeveloped. So we'll see what happens. Redeveloped to include a 1,500 seat theatre. So some of the large scale shows can be staged here.
Jonathan Biggins is Paul Keating. Visionary, reformer and rabble-rouser. The Gospel According to Paul is a new comedy about a critical time in Australian history and the man who shaped it.
Canberra was a very different place. There were no boutique gin distilleries or hipster bars.
Paul Keating was a leader with an acerbic wit.
There was, fair income. If she had bronchitis, she couldn't produce phlegm. What do you mean I've got no people skills? Give us a break.
And now, finally, one of Australia's best satirists pays tribute to our most polarising peer.
So, I look forward to meeting many of you at many post-opening wine and cheese functions.
The Gospel According to Paul.
We've left the Riverside Theatre and we're now walking back along the banks of the Parramatta River towards the car park. It's about 3:30 Saturday afternoon. Temperature's about 20 degrees. There's a very light wind. A lot of people out here on the banks of the river enjoying the autumn weather. That concrete building on the right is where we parked the car, and that's where we're heading.
Yes. It does look the way the face is. A bit
Subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss any videos from my channel.
Did you really see that?